Low 73. Chance of rain 40%. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
We're looking at the threat today of strong and even severe storms. Now, everywhere you see the orange and the red on this map, we want you to keep an eye to the sky or keep it tuned right here to the Weather Channel. We'll keep you updated.
Potential for large hail, gusty winds, not to mention the heavy rain threat along the Gulf Coast. So not only are we looking at the severe weather criteria for hail and wind, but also flash flooding is a potential as we go through the rest of the day.
All right. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Mark Elliott. We're in the lab. We want to make sure that you are prepared for that possibility of severe weather.
All right, so let's check in with Dr. Greg Postel to tell us about the greatest areas of risk today and what are the risks?
Across the high plains, I think, would be the biggest area of concern, and the primary mode of severe weather today would be high winds and hail. You can't rule out the possibility of a tornado because there are some parameters in place to support that. Now let's have a look at the area that we're talking about, because we've got on the satellite pictures of well-defined circulation at high altitudes over the Four Corners area. Let's go to it right now because you can see it very clearly spinning around right out in here. And out ahead of it, we're already seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity. So some lift out ahead of that upper level low is already moving out across the high plains with some attendant strong winds aloft here. They're going to be increasing through the afternoon hours. So the wind shear across the high plains, that sort of part of the atmosphere that's going to help allow these storms last a little bit longer than they would otherwise and perhaps be a little bit stronger and rotate as well, that will be increasing. That parameter will be increasing throughout the afternoon hours, as will the what's called CAPE, convective available potential energy. Right now, out across parts of the plains, central Oklahoma and southern Kansas, CAPE values are right around 1,500 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. That is enough buoyancy or energy for the thunderstorms to grow pretty tall and strong already, with temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. So the atmosphere aloft is pretty cold. That's part of the reason why the air mass is getting pretty unstable right now, because it's not so much that it's hot near the ground, but it's also pretty cold aloft. The dew points are on the rise, 61 at Oklahoma City, Dodge City. This is helping to fuel the lower atmosphere as well. So, you know, the parameters are now coming into alignment, I think, for supportive sort of severe weather. Now, right now, we had some earlier across parts of southern Kansas, and we actually have a line of thunderstorms out here, out ahead of the cold front, which is actually back in here. But I'm keeping an eye on these guys because out ahead of it, the air is getting pretty warm and unstable, right out in here and in here. So that air is being ingested into that group of storms, and they may get a little bit stronger over the next few hours. Got to keep a close eye on those. Out across the plains and in the south central United States, a large area that we can expect severe weather does include Texas and in the Houston area. Viv will be up on board in just a minute talking about some storms in the Houston area right now. But farther to the west later on this afternoon, we've got to watch out for severe weather developing. Again, we had one earlier about an hour ago in north central Oklahoma, but I think more is coming. And I think it's going to be fairly, we'll have a wide coverage of thunderstorms, but I'm not sure the severe thunderstorms will be widespread. They'll be here and there, but to keep an eye to the skies across parts of the high plains, because those storms will be with us through the late afternoon and early evening hours and probably lasting through the evening. So that will be about it for the storms through the nighttime hours. And then we'll have another round, I think, tomorrow as well. So a couple days of severe we'll be having to deal with. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Doc. And you know, one character that doesn't get a severe thunderstorm warning is lightning, because every single lightning strike is severe. So a severe thunderstorm warning doesn't come out for lightning. That said, it is one of those weather events that can kill you. Look across the country for last year. Many states had at least someone get struck by lightning and then subsequently die, unfortunately. The winner or loser, as the case may be, for this stat is Florida. Of course, Florida, one of the lightning capitals of the U.S., that's for sure. Not the world. That goes to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. As we work back towards the last 8 years, you can notice there's not too much of a trend line here. Mostly flat, generally in the low to mid 20s in those numbers for the people that are killed each and every year from lightning. But here's the thing. If we take a longer view, you can definitely see that our knowledge about lightning and our warning people about severe thunderstorms and where thunderstorms in general will be is certainly working. Look back to the 1940s. Back then, per decade, about 329 people were killed each and every year. Look at the trend, right? Look how far down this goes, all the way to the 2010s, only about 26 people. So that is a big change. That is what we like to see. We're trying to protect as many people as possible. So here's the bottom line, how times have changed with regards to lightning. In the 1940s, 3,293 people were killed by lightning. Now, you look from 2004 to 2013, you have to add up the people killed from hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and lightning combined to get anywhere close to that number. 3,253 people killed from all of those weather conditions combined. So Viv, you know, we've been trying to warn everybody about this weather, and there could be some more lightning today, so you have to be on guard, right?
Oh, absolutely. Even Atlanta, you could see some lightning as we progress deeper into the afternoon hours. Rain and storms will continue to plague much of the South as we look out across the Coca-Cola headquarters there, World of Coca-Cola headquarters, and you can see the grim conditions that we have. Also, we're kind of wedged in with some of the cooler air in the Atlanta area right now. So not the best of Thursdays, that is for sure. Just when we're trying to get over the hump and get to the weekend, it is still dreary. Wet and stormy South even as we go into the weekend. Take a look at how much rain has already fallen so far this month, and the bulk of the rain has been right along the central Gulf Coast and southeastern Louisiana, and we have another pocket of heavy rain that we've had so far this month, 8 to 12 inches over the southern parts of Indiana, Ohio, and northern Kentucky. Now, flood watches remain in effect here along the Gulf Coast, so if you live anywhere in the central Gulf Coastal region, please be on the lookout. Watch out for rising waters. Just be prepared and ready to move to higher ground, because look at the radar right now. We have a batch of very heavy rain moving away from southeastern Louisiana, but there's another batch just approaching the west coast here from the upper coast of Texas. Even around Houston, we've had severe thunderstorms. In fact, still a severe thunderstorm warning in the Houston area for Harris County as well as Montgomery County, Jersey Village, Spring, and Tomball, the cities of. We have severe thunderstorm warning. The biggest threat so far has been gusty winds. Those winds over 50 miles per hour. Continues to move to the northeast here. So if you're in Aldine, then watch out, because at 12:36 we think the storms will be approaching your area, but maybe as far north as Roman Forest by maybe 10 minutes after 1 o'clock we could find those storms approaching you. So we'll keep you updated. Mark?
We've been talking a lot about lightning, a very serious topic, an extremely dangerous problem for golfers. We want you to think about this. It's so you'd think you'd survive, and that we're heading out to the golf course to ask a very important question about lightning. Do you know what to do if lightning shows up?
Imagine you're playing the best round of your life.
Oh, blue skies. Perfect day for golf.
Your mind focused on nothing more than your sweet swing and you lowering your handicap. Unfortunately, nature has other plans for your day.
That was good. That was a good hit. Yeah, right on the green.
This entire golf course just became a lightning field, and you're the lightning rod. So what should you do if you were caught on a golf course when a lightning storm suddenly rolls in? Should you A, immediately drop your clubs and take off your cleats? B, head to the clubhouse or other similar shelter? Or C, stay in your golf cart and wait for the storm to pass?
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Now at Boston Market, new slow-braised pulled pork. So tender, it falls apart. Topped with zesty barbecue or garlic citrus sauce. A bold new taste from the slow roasting experts at Boston Market.
6 smoky hours, 1 tasty dish. Slow-braised pulled pork, now at Boston Market.
I got bit by a snake.
C'est pas poison.
Poison? Okay, oh wow. Okay, yeah, I feel that.
C'est pas poison.
That's definitely poison.
Apparently, I'm immune to venom.
Immune to venom?
Steve.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothie's assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
These scenes at a hospital in Central Africa may look like an emergency, but at Save the Children, we see this throughout the world every single day. Among the new arrivals is Kayembe. So frail, he can no longer stand. Kayembe is almost 2 years old, but his weight is less than half that of a healthy child his age.
5 cas graves de malnutrition.
Kayembe is slowly dying. He needs food, and he needs medicine urgently. These are the basic things that you can help us provide by calling the number on your screen now and giving just $10 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. We know what it takes to save lives. It takes us, you, and as little as $10 a month. Save the Children is on the ground in the U.S. and all over the world, but we need your help to deliver life-saving medicine, medical care, clean water, and nutritious food to children in desperate need. For a child as critically ill as Kayembe, a single phone call can make the difference. Please, pick up the phone now. For less than 35 cents a day, you can help us save a child's life. Call now and you'll receive this special Save the Children tote bag as a thank you for your support and a reminder of the difference you're making in children's lives. Every day, 19,000 children die from preventable causes. That's 1 child every 5 seconds. But it doesn't have to be this way. For just $10 a month, you can make a difference. Please, don't put this off. We need your help to get these children the critical medicine, food, and clean water they urgently need.
Aussi, il n'y a pas assez de nourriture à donner aux enfants. Les enfants vont mourir.
Call Save the Children now and help us save a child's life.
Hey everybody, I'm Julianne Hough. When your face is broken out and nothing you try is working, you feel out of control. I know I did. But now, there's an exciting breakthrough from America's #1 acne brand. It's called Proactive Plus. What does the plus mean? It means more. More medicine that now works even faster, and more skin-loving ingredients to visibly address dark marks, oily shine, redness, and enlarged pores, giving you skin that's not only clear, but bright, beautiful, and younger looking too.
Introducing Proactive Plus, our breakthrough combination of smarter acne medicine plus ultra-perfecting skincare. The results will amaze you.
The results were crazy incredible. My skin was getting brighter, my breakouts were clearing up. I don't think my skin has ever looked this good.
It's the best Proactive ever, and the buzz is off the charts.
I love Proactive Plus. My pores look smaller now, way smaller, and my skin feels velvety, smooth, and moisturized.
Proactive Plus gives you one solution, so many amazing results. Acne medicine and skincare this good could cost over $200. But call now and get Proactive Plus not for $200, not $100, but for the special introductory price of just $19.95. And if you order now, you get free shipping.
You deserve to feel confident with skin that's more beautiful than you ever dreamed possible. And now you can with Proactive Plus.
Act fast and call 1-800-382-0753 to receive a deluxe trio. They're the doctor's special extras for gorgeous skin. Yours free. Imagine all this, a $105 value for the limited introductory price of just $19.95.
Proactive Plus really is awesome. It really does work.
Guaranteed to give you clear, flawless-looking skin or your money back. Call 1-800-382-0753 now.
Welcome back. Well, before the break, we asked, what would you do if you were stuck on a golf course during a lightning storm?
And you know, the answer is coming up. So you think you'd survive?
Lightning and golfing, they just don't go hand in hand. There are people who are killed every year out on a golf course. Thunder is Mother Nature's warning signal. Basically, it's a sonic boom that occurs because lightning is so hot, it's over like 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, that it vaporizes the air and creates a shock wave, and that wave emanates out, and you hear it as thunder. Well, that's a warning song.
And so there you are, in the middle of a golf course during a lightning storm. Do you know what you do? The wisest course of action is B. Get off the course and into shelter immediately.
If the storm is coming towards you, you want to get into some shelter in a building. Don't just be caught off guard and say, oh, no, there's lightning around, now I need to find shelter. You should know where that shelter is beforehand. If you're out on the golf course, you don't want to hide underneath a tree because tall objects attract lightning. If you're out in the open and you're the tallest object, you want to squat down, get as low as you can so that you don't become a lightning rod.
So from the lightning threat from the plains to the southeast to the severe clear of LA, here's the live look at Los Angeles, where it's hot, it is dry, and it is windy, which is its own combination of severe weather. Isn't that right, Viv?
Yes, we're talking about fire dangers, and red flag warnings have been issued for parts of the Southwest, including from Oxnard down to the Campo area. Doesn't officially include the city of Los Angeles, but many surrounding counties. So please be careful. It is very dry here, and easily, if one little spark starts to flare up, it could be a huge concern. Now, even fire danger with red flag warnings over parts of Arizona and New Mexico, even the extreme western parts of Texas around the El Paso area. And look at the relative humidity. I mean, when you get in the single digits, that's pretty much no moisture in the atmosphere at all, just bone dry here across a good part of the Southwest. And again, those winds, if they start to really pick up, that could be a huge concern. Look at this at the Oxnard area. Winds are gusting over 30 miles per hour. Mark?
And of course, we do have that threat of severe weather today. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning on the north side of Houston. It's Harrison, Montgomery counties still going towards the toll road there with some big storms. Timing out this whole kind of cluster of thunderstorm activity. The timing on the screen for you, Liberty by 1:04. A lot of hail, wind, and lightning within this zone. Look at this, in just this corridor in 15 minutes, about 660 lightning strikes. Now, we want to talk about the next 7 days to show you where this severe weather goes from here. Of course, today it's the plains and down through coastal Texas. But by the time we get to tomorrow, it doesn't really change all that much, right? We're still looking down towards the Gulf Coast, the center of the country, still dealing with some snow over the Rockies and rain over the waterlogged East Coast. We push our way into the weekend, and you notice the center of the country, the slow-moving feature. We might get some red in here by Saturday and into Sunday as we see that system coming out of the Rockies and meeting up with all that moisture that's still flowing up out of the Gulf. Flooding a big concern by Sunday also. We jump ahead to our next work week. Monday, rainy along the East Coast, maybe some snow in the Arrowhead of Minnesota. And then we get into Tuesday, and it finally starts to quiet down, except for the fact that it's still going to be rainy in Texas. We're back after this.
Hey neighbor, get rid of unwelcome grass and weeds with expert advice and the right products at your neighborhood Ace, like Roundup Weed and Grass Killer, only $13.99 after $4 instant savings. Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Quiet! Mom has a headache!
Had a headache, but now I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
So much food is going to waste. The scale is pretty shocking.
It goes straight in the garbage. We're wasting 40% of our food. My question, how much of it is still good and can I eat it?
The challenge, to survive for 6 months only on food destined for the dumpster.
Do I have to go dumpster diving on my lunch break?
I'm starting to enjoy this.
And following the film, join Tom Colicchio to learn how together we can stop the waste. Just Eat It, Wednesday at 10 on MSNBC.
Currently in our area, 79 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
When a moment spontaneously turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Look like this, feel like this. Look like this, feel like this. With Dreamwalk insoles, turn shoes that can be a pain into comfortable ones. Their soft cushioning support means you can look like this and feel like this. Dreamwalk.
So you're saying you're gonna give me my credit score for free, right? And then you're gonna ask me for my credit card so you can charge me on the down low. 2 weeks later, look, Credit Karma.
Oh, are you talking to websites again?
It's saying free credit score.
Credit Karma? Yeah, it's actually free. Look, you don't have to put in your credit card information. Credit Karma. Really free credit scores. Really free.
Fist bump.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do? Drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around on 3 wheels. Smart.
New car replacement is just one of the features that comes standard with a base Liberty Mutual policy. And for drivers with accident forgiveness, rates won't go up due to your first accident. Learn more by calling 1-888-380-5644. Switch to Liberty Mutual and you could save up to $423. For a free quote today, call Liberty Mutual Insurance at 1-888-380-5644. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
From farm to store to their own fridge, an eye-opening look at the food waste story. Just Eat It, Wednesday at 10 on MSNBC.
You're watching the Weather Channel. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Vivian Brown, joined by Dr. Greg Postel. We're about to tell you more about winter weather. It is snowing in Denver, Dr. Postel.
I know, and areas around there have gotten quite a bit of snow just to the northwest of Denver. Some places near Boulder have picked up at least 6 inches of snow, and it's going to continue to snow across the region with the weather system not moving much at all.
Yeah, I was just looking at the snowfall accumulations that's expected, up to 20 inches perhaps.
I know, that would be in the higher elevations here, just a little west of Denver. Still is right. I know, it's mid-April, but you know, higher elevations in Colorado, they can expect this kind of snow from time to time. It's not that unusual. Let's look at some of the areas. We know it's been snowing really hard between Denver and Boulder. In fact, we have a picture for you from Louisville, Colorado. Look at this.
I know, you know, a picture really tells 1,000 words, and I mean, you would not believe that it's April 16th. I mean, this is more like January 16th, perhaps.
That's right. Louisville is right around there on the map. If you can call back our graphics, I can show you where it's located. Right about there. So it looks like, according to the radar, maybe the snow is tapered off for now, but I would not be surprised to see more snow rotate in from the southwest. But of course, out here in the higher elevations, even though the radar's not picking up stuff here, it's snowing hard. It's just the radar's not seeing it. That's all.
And you can see the legend here. Of course, the blue is indicating where snow is. We have a little bit of rain, kind of a chilly rain to the east of Denver, but this cold air is just widespread associated with this upper level low.
Exactly right. That's what it is. It's an upper level low. There is probably a surface reflection to it, but still, it's a pretty cold pocket of air aloft there that will only be moving at a snail's pace the next couple of days. That's why this cold air aloft is going to keep the snow in the area for today, tonight, and tomorrow, and probably through early Saturday before it gets picked up by some stronger westerlies aloft. But let's time it out, Viv, and just show you that round after round keeps coming in.
That is amazing. And you talk about accumulations, again, anywhere from 12 to possibly up to 20 inches in some cases.
I know. You can really see the swirl there near the four corners, and then it looks like it opens up by about Saturday. And timing out in the Denver area, sort of snow mixed with rain. We have it getting into the 40s. We'll see about that.
All right. We've had a couple of inches, by the way, officially in Denver.
Yes, we have. And here's the general map. 20 inches of snow in the higher elevations to the west.
There you see it. Okay. Thanks very much, Dr. Postel. More on the snow. Okay, back to you, Mark, in the studio.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're still talking about snow, and we know hurricane season doesn't officially begin until June. But here's the thing. NBC 6's Bobby Brooks checks out how crews from Florida Power and Light are already getting prepared for the next big storm, along with some new technology.
When we assist other utilities outside of the state.
It's all about preparation, and when you see some of the 900 FPL employees working in almost perfect unison at a simulation at Gulfstream Park, you get at least some peace of mind for when this happens again, a hurricane. This is video from Hurricane Wilma 10 years ago, and well, 10 years later, FPL put on a show of how they're ready to turn South Florida's lights back on when a Wilma or Andrew Part 2 happens again. And that starts with technology out in the field.
We've provided mobile technology in which they can do the assessments on their tablets, come back, roll up the information instantly, and that enables us to provide our customers information much quicker.
When that info is uploaded, it'll appear on screens inside of this state-of-the-art mobile command center.
What that is showing is that we have an outage in that location.
And just to show you how some of this new technology inside the mobile command center works, take a look at this screen. You'll see these blue lightning bolts. That means power's out. Or right next to it, that blue circle, that means a pole's down. And they could get a crew right to that spot and know exactly what they're going to have to fix.
You may not necessarily have to rely on the feeder outage tickers.
When a hurricane hits and millions have their power knocked out, an effective staging area is all about coordination. From the start of things at the incident command post where managers make decisions, to massive assignment meetings, to deployments of employees, FPL wants you to know they'll be ready for this hurricane season.
This enables us to get the vast number of crews that we get throughout the country that when they come in to get us closer, our people and our equipment closer to where the damage occurred, so we can respond to our customers and restore service faster and safer than ever before.
For a staging area like this to be effective is if FPL can get the help and cooperation of everyone waiting to have their power turned back on. So again, they ask, stay safe and stay patient while you wait. For now, Gulfstream Park, Bobby Brooks, NBC6, South Florida.
Thanks, Bobby. And of course, right on cue, we've got severe weather developing across the Gulf Coast states. Here's a live look at the Houston radar. Big storm on the north side of town, giving you hail and wind. So a severe thunderstorm warning there till 1. But then our newest warning is over towards the Texas-Louisiana border. That warning goes till 1:45. Hail and wind with these storms.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This week, it's all about rain and dangerous flooding, and now we're tracking the potential for severe storms bringing lightning and damaging winds. What will you see over the next 48 hours? And what about your weekend plans? Expert tracking and timing straight ahead.
And what a difference a day makes. Check this out. Colorado, you've had some crazy weather. On the left, a hailstorm in Severance yesterday. On the right, that's snow on the ground in Denver. At least the visibility has come back up. So what's coming next? We're here to get you through your day, and it all continues right here, right now on Weather Center Live. And thanks for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Vivian Brown. Now, Mark, the mess over the south is just going to get even messier, even as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, we've been dealing with day after day of heavy rain. The flood threat is still there. And now we've got some storms to talk about, too.
All right. Not only storms, but we talk about the threat of tornadoes even. Let's show you the Torcon Index. This is a severe weather outlook, first of all. And you can see the red shaded area. That's where... And when we say severe today, we're also including the threat of tornadoes. The Torcon value on the scale of 0 to 10, with 10 being the greatest in terms of a chance of a tornado, we have a 3, and that means a 30% chance of tornadoes in a 50-mile radius of this area. Here's Mark with more.
Thanks, Viv. And you know what, Houston, you've already seen some big storms on the north side of town specifically. So gray skies, rain, and storms nearby as we go through the day. And that's not the only area of concern. It's not just around the Gulf Coast. We can look well into the plains. So you know what, let's turn it over to Greg Postel in the lab. And Doc, we've got quite the amount of real estate with the threat of hail and wind as we go through the afternoon.
Mark, you're exactly right. Let's have a look on the Gulf Coast states. We earlier had some severe thunderstorm warnings out for parts of Texas and Louisiana. Right now, we don't have any. Those have expired, but still a large area of storms and a very soupy air mass flowing northward out of the Gulf of Mexico. So this is just a very heavy rain-producing cluster of storms. Flash flooding could be a potential problem with this. We got to keep an eye on that all the way from Houston eastward, just south of Lake Charles and down to southern parts of Louisiana. So we'll keep an eye on that northward moving complex of storms as it produces a lot of heavy rain, of course, a lot of lightning with it as well. Farther to the west, we have a pretty potent upper level circulation here associated with all that snow in the Rockies, but that cold air aloft and the associated circulation around it is bringing some pretty strong winds and some lift in the atmosphere out across the high plains already. So we're starting to see some storms out ahead of the a batch of strong winds aloft that's about ready to come into play here. So convection thunderstorm activity has already started, and sometimes what that does is limit the coverage of severe weather later on because it kind of robs the atmosphere of growing instability. We'll see if that is the case, but we have temperatures really in the 60s and 70s across this region. It's not really that warm at the surface, but it's pretty cold aloft, so that's why we have at least some instability in play already there now with capes above 1,500 joules per kilogram. That's just another word for how much buoyancy or how much energy these storms have to go pretty tall and strong. Looking at the dew points, we've got dew points in the 50s and 60s. Again, out here in the high plains, you don't need those high dew points really above 65 degrees. In fact, you rarely get them that high. You already have elevation there working for you in the buoyancy favor, because at higher elevations, you don't need as much moisture to get the kind of instability that you can get at lower altitudes. Let's have a look now across the satellite picture here, realm. We've got some thunderstorms right out here. Some of these earlier had been reporting some severe weather, but they're not right now. We're going to be watching an area of increasing instability here, perhaps feed into these storms over the next few hours, that maybe these storms, these clusters will grow in strength. I think that will be the case over the next couple of hours in a much larger area that where we expect some severe weather. That area is shaded in red all the way from Oklahoma City down to the Gulf Coast. So timing it out now on the future radar, you can see that a lot of coverage of thunderstorms. And when I see this, I'm thinking lots of storms, lots of clouds, lots of rain, maybe holding down some of the instability later on. Certainly pockets of severe, but perhaps not a widespread severe outbreak. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thanks very much, Dr. Postel. Well, listen to this. Yes, you can hear the hailstones pelting this roof just outside of New Orleans in the Monterey area. That's nickel-sized hailstones, high winds and heavy rain coming down with it. Half of an inch of rain fell in just 12 minutes, with winds gusting up to 60 miles per hour. Oh, let's check in with Mark to break down the different sizes of hailstones.
Yeah, you know, Viv, the different size hail actually depends on the thunderstorm and the winds within that thunderstorm. We're very creative with our nomenclature here in meteorology. If wind is moving up and away from the earth, it's called an updraft, and that wind actually helps suspend the hailstones in the air. A general thunderstorm could have 35-mile-per-hour winds within the storm, and that supports about pea-size hail. You get to severe criteria with about a 50-mile-per-hour updraft and 1-inch hail, or quarter size. But we've seen hailstones significantly larger than that. How about teacup or softball-size hailstones? That means there's 85 to 100-mile-per-hour winds within the thunderstorm moving up and through the atmosphere. So, Viv, that's exactly the type of storm that we could see today.
Yes, and we're watching those storms as they develop along the Gulf Coast and even farther inland, but we're taking you to the New Orleans area, and look at these ominous clouds. They just seem to be billowing each hour across the region, but rightfully so. These are the rain-making clouds, and we've had plenty of rain in the New Orleans area over the last 5 to 7 days. In fact, take a look. So far this month, New Orleans, one of the pockets where the rain has been the heaviest, 8 to 12 inches, where you see the orange and the red here. And even up near Lexington, Kentucky, in the Louisville area, just south of the Ohio River, we've had another pocket of very heavy rain. So flood concerns for sure. Still active flood watches along the coast of Louisiana, all the way eastward into the panhandle of Florida. And it just seems like deja vu, because we were dealing with these same flood watches just yesterday and the day before and the day before. Here's a look at the current radar, and you can see one round of heavy rain moving away from southeastern Louisiana, but still focusing our attention around the Houston area, as we've had reports of gusty winds over 50 miles per hour with some of these storms, and dangerous lightning strikes a factor as well as you reach over to the Beaumont area and southwestern Louisiana. We'll keep you up.
You've probably seen images of animal abuse before. And if you're anything like me, you might have wanted to turn away. Because the thought of an innocent animal being harmed is very painful to see, and it's even harder to believe. But the images of animal cruelty are real, and they are undeniable. Behind every one of these images are the eyes of a living and breathing, suffering animal. They're depending on us to rescue them. If we turn away, they lose all hope. So I'm asking you not to turn away. Because as painful as these images are to watch, they shed light on a disturbing reality that so many animals face every single day of their life. This is why I'm asking you to join me in helping these animals right now. Please visit this website or call the number on your screen right now and join the ASPCA with your $18 monthly donation. It's only 60 cents a day. And I can tell you, your donation will help animals immediately. Rescue them from terribly abusive situations, giving them medical attention, food, and loving care. Please make that call or go online to join in the next 10 minutes. We will send you the photo of an animal you're helping and this ASPCA t-shirt free with our thanks. The more I learn about animal abuse, the more I realize we cannot pretend that it's not happening. And if we all do our part to help, we can save the lives of so many animals who are hurting. Please, go online or call now.
Book a tee time 24/7 with Golf Now. Day or night, even after the course closes. Search the largest selection of available tee times at over 6,000 great courses. Book your round in no time with Golf Now.
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sundays. One man's trash did the work. Is another man's totally awesome beer can space heater. Hi. Brainstormers. Sundays at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
Now at Boston Market. New slow braised pulled pork. So tender, it falls apart. Topped with zesty barbecue or garlic citrus sauce. A bold new taste from the slow roasting experts at Boston Market.
6 smoky hours, 1 tasty dish, slow-braised pulled pork, now at Boston Market.
Some things are not what they appear to be. Other things are exactly what they appear to be. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350, as aggressive as it looks.
It's on! Come on, get together. Yeah, right.
Look like this, feel like this. Look like this, feel like this. With Dreamwalk insoles, turn shoes that can be a pain into comfortable ones. Their soft cushioning support means you can look like this and feel like this. Dreamwalk.
Hail, a big factor yesterday. 26 reports of hail, according to the Storm Prediction Center. 10 of those here in Louisiana. That's right. This video is showing you pea-sized hail just to the west of New Orleans. But hail as big as baseballs pounded other parts of the town. And New Orleans itself hit by golf ball-sized hail. And you know what? Here we go again. It is deja vu all over again across the Gulf Coast states. The stalled out front hasn't really shifted at all, and so the same areas getting big storms once again. These storms will eventually track across the state right on into New Orleans. We're also seeing some big rains from Alabama into the Tennessee Valley and the Ohio Valley as well. Back down towards the south, we have been dealing with some severe weather. We start all the way over in West Texas. Here's I-35, right, with Austin, San Antonio down towards the south. This, San Saba County, we've got this huge storm that's developed. Big hail, gusty winds. The timing now on the screen for you. It'll be towards the Llano area by 1:13, and you know what, hail is a big threat here. We've got this hail track on for you, showing you where that hail has been estimated by the Doppler radar system. Several inch hail, at least aloft in the atmosphere. Moving our way over towards the Gulf Coast itself, here's Houston. You had some big storms move through, now some lingering showers, some rumbles of thunder, extremely heavy rain if you're traveling along I-10 east of Houston, and even some severe storms that have popped up in Louisiana. This whole corridor, in just the past 15 minutes, 767 lightning strikes. And we do have this severe thunderstorm warning. Beauregard, Calcasieu, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning until 1:45. It's also Newton County in Texas over the border. This is right along the Texas-Louisiana border. This cell packing a punch, large hail, gusty winds, and a whole lot of lightning. Viv, over to you.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, we know about a front over the south, but have you ever heard of a gust front? Well, let's talk more about a gust front. In fact, it all starts with the motion of the air in the atmosphere. We are familiar, of course, with the horizontal motion of the air. We know it as wind, but believe it or not, the air is constantly in motion vertically too. When the air rises, it's usually associated with warm, moist conditions, and when the air sinks, it's usually associated with cooler, dry conditions. Now, sometimes the sinking air that falls, it falls in the form of rain, and if that rain falls through a pocket of dry air, it evaporates and makes the air even cooler. This much cooler air is heavier and immediately sinks to the ground. Now, that rapid fall to the ground causes the air to quickly spread out because it cannot penetrate the Earth's surface, and that's what happens because when it goes out, it becomes more of a horizontal flow all over again, and we feel it as a wind gust or a gust front. And actually, some of that warmer air that it encounters can cause kind of a rolling motion, and then that could lead to a little twister activity. But I wanted to show you what a gust front looks like on radar. Back to you, Mark.
Yeah, that's awesome, Viv, because on radar, that's actually dust and bugs getting pushed by the wind out ahead of the storms, and that's why the radar is able to see it in the first place. And with all this rough weather coming across the country, you need to know where to go if a warning comes into your town. By far and away, a basement is your best option. That puts you underground away from the storms. But generally, the lowest level that you have is the best level to be on during a storm. And within that lowest level, you want to put as many walls between you and the storm as possible. If you have an interior room that doesn't share that exterior wall, that's putting that extra layer of wall boundaries between you and the outside, and that can help to keep you safe. Otherwise, if you don't have one of those, sometimes under the stairs is a really safe spot. You get the stairs themselves and the reinforcement of that staircase to protect you from the storms. A lot of people, though, wind up going to the lowest floor in a small center room like a bathroom or a closet. You want to consider, if you can, what's above you in your safe room, because you don't want anything crashing down on top of you. Crouch down low, put a helmet on your head, and have some heavy shoes nearby in case you have to leave.
Our oath isn't an empty gesture. It's the heart and soul of Terminix Nation. The Terminix Ultimate Protection Guarantee. A vow that we kill every termite in your home. Not here, not now, not in my house. Terminix.
He says she's an undisciplined overwaterer. She claims he's a cruel underwaterer. With Miracle Grow Moisture Control Potting Mix, plants only get water when they need it. Fight ended or shifted. Miracle Grow. Life starts here.
Now everyone who uses catheters can get a better catheter with Liberator Medical's free catheter sample pack. These new catheters are better than ever, easier to use, more convenient, comfortable, virtually pain-free. Don't wait. Call now and get your free catheter sample pack. There's the all-new compact catheter for women, pre-lubricated, no drips, no mess, fits in your purse. The self-lubricated catheter, it lubricates itself in the package, comfortable, no mess. The closed system catheter, pre-lubricated with its own collection bag, proven to reduce UTIs. The discreet pocket catheter, curved to fit in your pocket to go anywhere. The polished eyelet catheter for micro-smooth comfort, reduces friction and pain. Call now. We'll also bill Medicare and your insurance for you. Call for your free catheter sample pack with free shipping. Call Liberator Medical.
Call 1-800-601-3450. That's 1-800-601-3450.
As the host of a popular home improvement show, I know a lot about finding a great contractor for home repairs and improvement projects. Now there's HomeAdvisor.com, a free service that matches your project to top local service professionals.
We didn't have to do any work other than say what we needed.
Just 1, 2, 3, I found my guy and everything was smooth.
And it's always free to use.
We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com now to get started on your next project.
Home Advisor. In a matter of seconds, your life can change.
The Weather Channel's most watched original program is back.
Things were just going everywhere. And then it was silent.
This was it.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
Alltech Roofing, the area's premier roofing company since 1984. We are a family-owned and operated business, and we specialize in roof replacement, repair, and new construction of all roof types. Alltech Roofing is proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and have received numerous awards for quality and workmanship. Join our legions of satisfied customers today by calling Alltech Roofing for a free quote on any of your roofing needs.
Habitat for Humanity of Palm Beach County is a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing people together to build safe, decent, affordable housing to serve low-income and hardworking families in our community. You can help Habitat's mission through home sponsorship, monetary donations, volunteering, or by donating sellable household items and building supplies to our restores. You can learn more at habitatpbc.org.
All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. We love to see your pictures, and every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well right here on AMHQ.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Snow. This is Cheyenne, Wyoming, where we've had reports of the largest snowflakes of the season. Rightfully so. We've been watching an upper-level low-pressure system, a lot of cold air aloft, and even some of that cold air at the boundary surface, and that's why we have snow in even some of the cities. Now, Denver, mind you, is a mile high, but even Salt Lake City picked up some snow within the last 24 to 48 hours. So the Rockies is snowing into tomorrow even because that upper level low not moving very quickly. So here is a look at the contrast. Speaking of Denver, yesterday we got up to 67 degrees, but today only in the 40s, and officially we've already had a couple of inches of snow. And if you go west and north of the city, in some of the ski resorts, it is snowing to beat the band. I'm talking this upper level low right here over the western parts of Colorado. And as we show you the winter weather radar, we still had to keep it in winter mode because of this big winter system moving across the region. It is still snowing in areas north and west of the Denver area and even south of town as well. But as you go east, of course, it's changing over kind of to a chilly rain. But this is so impressive, the overall radar wrapping around that upper level low. A little closer inspection does show that it has stopped snowing temporarily in the Denver area, but just to the north and west, say in Estes Park, as much as a foot to almost 2 feet of snow possible before all is said said and done. Now, Denver, as mentioned, we had snow just a couple of hours ago. It will eventually, we think, change over to rain because notice how the temperatures will gradually warm up into the low and perhaps mid-40s. Might even find a little thunderstorm activity. But as mentioned in Estes Park, the snow will continue right on through the wee hours of the morning. Even tomorrow morning, we still could be talking about snow. And look at this, heavy snow at times. And that's why we're talking about over 1.5 feet before all is said and done. Mark?
Thanks, Viv. You know, this same storm system responsible for bringing a soggy weekend to the Midwest. Here's Chicago. You are staying cool today, topping out in the low 50s. You're basically there already. Don't expect the temperature to change much for the rest of the day. Overcast skies will be the general rule. It's been kind of gloomy and kind of drizzly out there. And this sprawling storm system is going to be heading to the north and to the east. It's coming towards you. Get ready. We've got a lot of the country that's going to be dealing with rain. So here's that upper level feature that was responsible for the snow across the Colorado Rockies. And ahead of it, widespread southerly flow. The Gulf of Mexico open for business. We've got lots of moisture coming into play. A couple of different areas of low pressure will be moving on through and kind of giving waves of showers and storms moving through the eastern 2/3 of the country. We start off Saturday afternoon, and by the end of the day, Minneapolis, Des Moines, south side of Chicago, you'll see showers and storms pushing on through. Sunday, the rest of the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, you get the rain to move through. And then by Sunday afternoon, all the way to I-95. Again, this map might be overdoing it a little bit in the fact that it won't be raining all day, because once you clear out of that one storm, you'll be done for a bit. And then there's a secondary low down here giving showers and storms. The combination means that we just got to paint the whole map green, because you've all got at least a chance during the day of seeing some of that rain. Minneapolis clouding up Saturday, late Saturday into Saturday night showers, and then certainly Sunday raining. And Viv, Chicago looks soggy Sunday into Monday morning.
Well, speaking of soggy, it has been just that over a good part of the South. Interstate 10, big problems, but Interstate 20, some problems here as well as you travel, say, from west of Dallas, through Shreveport, Louisiana, all the way to Jackson, Mississippi, head over to Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, even all the way to Atlanta, and it'll be wet. You'll be in and out of some of the heavier downpours, so please just allow a little extra.
Lowe's presents How to Accidentally Invent a New Word.
This new living room is so you. It's so sophisticated. Exactly. Sophisticated.
Now get free basic installation with the Stainmaster carpet and pad purchase of $4.99 or more.
Shop Lowe's for all your spring gardening needs. Plants, tools, and the knowledgeable people who can help you spring into spring.
Had a headache, but now I don't. Excedrin is fast.
In fact, for some, relief starts in just 15 minutes. Excedrin.
Wow, that was fast.
Thanks for this Oreo caramel shake, Kara.
Caramel for Kara. That makes sense.
And Janine for peanut butter.
I don't get it. Why?
Because she reminds me of my ex-girlfriend, Janine, who was nuts.
25 real ice cream shakes, all half price after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
We used to have so many empty rolls. Mom! That's why we switched to Charmin Ultra Mega Roll.
Charmin Ultra Mega Roll is 75% more absorbent, so you can use less with every go. Plus, it even lasts longer than the leading 1000 sheet brand.
Charmin Ultra Mega Roll.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0312 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0312 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
I'm Sam. Jim's here as well this morning.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
that was good.
And if you're watching AMHQ, then you know we got you up and out this morning. We love to see your pictures. All you got to do is show us something that's amazing out there. Every picture you share, we'll try to share it as well.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather Channel's most watched original program.
And it just hit us.
Is back.
This is just the beginning of what's to come.
We've seen severe weather already starting to pop up. This is the general threat area, colored in red, much of the state of Texas through Oklahoma into southern Kansas. Hail and wind, a big threat today, Vic.
Yes, and we're also looking at the threat of an isolated tornado even over the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. So a pretty large area, and we are definitely focusing in on this region. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Mark Elliott, and we're in the lab. We want to make sure that you are prepared for that possibility of severe storm.
All right, so let's bring in Dr. Greg Postel. He's here with us to give us the breakdown on where we think the biggest threat will be.
We have some severe weather ongoing right now across parts of central Texas. Let's have a look at the radar because I can show you in San Saba County we have a severe thunderstorm warning out until 1:45 p.m. Central. This is about 75 miles to the northwest of Austin. This storm is moving northeast at 25, so not real fast. It's got a lot of lightning and heavy rain and is being warned for the possibility of quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Farther to the south in near coastal Texas here, we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Goliad County until 2 p.m. Central Time. There's a lot of rain in some of these storms, especially the ones near the Texas Gulf Coast because of very soupy air mass that's flowing northward out of the Gulf. Here's sort of the overview. There's the storm just to the sort of southwest of Waco. That was the San Saba County storm right there. And you can see it kind of moving into the areas, maybe getting close to Waco in the next couple of hours, but it's moving into an air mass that is getting more and more unstable with the sunshine out and the atmosphere heating up quite a bit. The parent circulation aloft, the one that's really kind of responsible for a lot of the severe weather we think we're going to get later on today, is still way out over the Four Corners, swirling around. You can see that right about there, but out ahead of it, that's where a lot of the lift is occurring in the atmosphere. Typically, that's the case, and that's where we're seeing thunderstorm development already this early in the afternoon. Some stronger winds aloft, those are the shades of blue, are beginning to work their way in from the southwest, so you can see that the wind speeds later on today, they will be increasing out across this region and also across parts of central Texas. Those are the two areas that we are going to be watching closely for the development of big storms. Temperatures across parts of southern Kansas, not really that warm. It's the cold air aloft that's really going to help destabilize things later on today. But farther south in Texas, look at these numbers. It's already 80 degrees in Waco and mid to upper 70s with dew points near 70 as well. You can see that humid air flowing north yesterday out of the Gulf of Mexico. My goodness, dew point in Houston, 72. Not that unusual for this time of year, but that's the juice that the thunderstorms are going to use later on to continue their growth across parts of the region. There's that central Texas storm, the San Saba warned storm, and as I said earlier, it's moving into this area right in here where the sun is out and the capes are increasing. The available energy for the storms to grow is going up. So that means that this storm and other storms around it that form later may have severe characteristics. Let's also look at some other areas to the northwest where the instability is also increasing across parts of Texas and Oklahoma. So there's multiple areas in this wider area that we've got to consider for the development of severe weather, largely outlined in that area in red all the way from southern Kansas down to the Gulf Coast. So this could get pretty active today, and the forecast radar thinks that's going to be the case. You can see as we go 4:30 this afternoon, thunderstorms widespread across parts of the Panhandle in Texas, where in fact the Storm Prediction Center does indeed think that they will issue a severe thunderstorm watch across that part of the region in the next few hours. So stay tuned for that. Also, northward in Kansas, a lot of rain as well, continuing through the late evening and overnight hours. Now, farther to the south, we have to watch this area as well because there's a lot of thunderstorm activity that the models are spitting out later on this evening, and that may cluster or congeal into an MCS mesoscale convective system that could produce some severe weather long after nightfall, so perhaps late into the evening and overnight hours. Watch out for some big storms rolling across parts of central Texas, maybe even as late as after midnight. Mark, back to you.
Thanks, Doc. You know, it often surprises people that lightning is not part of the severe weather list. It doesn't qualify a thunderstorm to have lightning in it to be a severe thunderstorm. And it's because every single lightning strike is severe, and each one is potentially dangerous or deadly. Across the country here last year, 2014, each one of these yellow states had at least one person killed by lightning. Look down in Florida. 6 people killed by lightning there. Granted, Florida is the U.S. capital of lightning strikes. There's a lot there, that's for sure. We try our best to warn everybody about thunderstorms and about lightning. And over the past several years, you might say, hey, there hasn't really been much progress, right? We're in the mid to upper 20s for the amount of people killed each and every year from 2008 all the way to 2014. Not much improvement until we go on a wider scale. Look back to what it was like in the 1940s, when on average that decade, every year, 329 people were killed by lightning. So now, present day, 26, it's better. It's certainly not perfect. We want to get that number down to 0. But here's another way to look at how times have changed, right? In the 1940s, adding them all up, 3,293 people killed by lightning strikes. Now, 2004 to 2013, 3,253 people died, but you got to add up hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and lightning to get anywhere close to just the lightning deaths from the 40s. So, Viv, we've made some strides, but we're trying to keep everyone aware of the dangerous weather.
Oh, absolutely. We have dangerous lightning over parts of Texas and Louisiana right now, but also breaking. Let's show you the situation in Northport, Alabama. Flooding forcing water rescues. 6 families were pulled from their homes. These pictures from the Northport Fire Department. Look at how high the water is in the region, almost to the tops of those signs there and midway of the trunks of the trees. In fact, Northport is only about 20-30 miles southwest of the Birmingham area. And again, we have a very unstable air mass in the region and some heavier downpours associated with some of these widespread thunderstorms that we've been watching develop across a good part of the South. Here is a look at the current radar, and you can see in central Alabama, we do have those thunderstorms developing, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But also back to the lightning data, and you can see still some very dangerous lightning associated with some of these storms over Texas and Louisiana. Let's hone in on this particular thunderstorm. It has dangerous lightning with it too, and also we've been tracking the hail, and that's been a problem, as well as locally heavy rains. So please be on the lookout here. We've had some gusty winds associated with these storms as well. Moving off to the northeast, so San Saba by 126, but by 157 it should be in the Goldswald area. So please please be on the lookout out if you're here. Again, this is the hail tracker. Hailstones up to about 1 inch in diameter. That's about the size of a quarter, and that's enough to do some damage. But of course, the larger those hailstones get, the more damage they're capable of producing. Now, here in South Texas, closer to the coast, you can see Victoria here, and we have another severe thunderstorm warning for Goliad County and the city of Goliad as well. As it continues to move off to the north and east, we've had some dangerous lightning strikes with these, as well as the hailstones, these two measuring about 1 inch or so in diameter. And that's just down the coast, of course, from Houston, but up the coast from Houston, and we have pretty much some gully washers. In fact, we have flash flood warnings in effect here for the county of Jefferson and the cities of China, Nome, and Pine Island. So please be on the lookout. Watch out for rising water. If you live near a creek, a stream, or river, just watch out because it will rise very rapidly with this heavy rain that we've been dealing with. Ground's already saturated, and I'm sure the waterways are already running pretty high. And you can see just as you cross over state lines into southwest Louisiana, just north of the Lake Charles area, these particular storms are also moving off pretty much due east here. So please be on the lookout for dangerous lightning strikes with these and very heavy rain. Just a lot of moisture with these thunderstorms. Crossing over central Mississippi into Alabama, again around the Birmingham area, we showed you the pictures of the flooding and water rescues in the vicinity. And this whole batch of rain continues to slowly push off to the east, and we'll continue to monitor this. But in the meantime, please be safe and be ready to move to higher ground.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Anyone have occasional constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating?
Yes.
One Phillips Colon Health probiotic cap each day helps defend against these occasional digestive issues with 3 types of good bacteria. Live the regular life. Phillips.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-866-686-7952 now.
Did you know by age 50, half of all men have an enlarged prostate? This means more urges to urinate, longer bathroom trips, waking at night to urinate, or issues with intimacy. If this sounds familiar, call us now, because we're shipping free bottles of Super Beta Prostate to viewers of this station. Super Beta Prostate is a non-prescription formula guaranteed to reduce the symptoms of your enlarged prostate. It's yours free. Pay only shipping and handling. In clinical trials, the ingredient in Super Beta Prostate was shown to reduce urges to urinate, improve bladder emptying, reduce waking at night to urinate, and improve quality of life. This Super Beta Prostate free offer is for viewers of this station, but it won't last. Don't wait.
Call right now to get your free bottle while it's still free. Call 1-800-254-0215 or visit superbeta.com. That's 1-800-254-0215.
I'm only in my 60s. I've got a nice long life ahead, big plans. So when I found out Medicare doesn't pay all my medical expenses, I looked at my options. Then I got a Medicare supplement insurance plan.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you may know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement insurance plans, it helps pick up some of what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs.
To me, relationships matter. I've been with my doctor for 12 years. Now I know I'll be able to stick with him.
With these types of plans, you'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. So don't wait. Call now and request this free decision guide to help you better understand Medicare and which AARP Medicare supplement plan might be best for you. There's a wide range to choose from.
We love to travel, and there's so much more to see. So we found a plan that can travel with us anywhere in the country.
Join the millions of people who have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP, an organization serving the needs of people 50 and over for generations. Remember, all Medicare supplement insurance plans help cover what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call now to request your free decision guide and learn more about the kinds of plans that will be here for you now and down the road.
I have a lifetime of experience, so I know how important that is.
Breaking news right now. Let's show you the situation that's going on in Northport, Alabama. Flooding forcing water rescues.
Yeah, an unbelievable scene there. You can see that the Northport Fire Department is out doing those water rescues. In fact, we want to bring in Battalion Chief Jason Norris from the Northport Fire Department. Chief, thanks so much for taking the time out to talk to us. I know it's a busy afternoon for you guys.
Great, my pleasure.
Tell us a little bit more about how many people you've rescued and the situation that's ongoing in your area.
Sure. Well, what happened is that during the torrential rain, we had a flash flood in an area of town that is known for it. We've had flooding in this area before, and actually we were anticipating it. It wasn't a short time before we got the call for this that we had sent an email out to our first due company that services that area to be prepared in the event there is flooding as far as with their boats and vests. And sure enough, about 11 o'clock, we received a call of residents worried about the rising flood water. We have a creek that runs through that area that just couldn't quite handle the rain and flooded much of the trailer park. We set up a surface water operation there and went door to door, did a welfare check on people that were still in their trailers, and actually had the request of a couple of different families to be removed from there, which we did via boat, got them to a safe area.
Well, how many people are you talking about in terms of you having to rescue them?
Probably a little less than a dozen folks. It was two whole families, including some children. So anywhere between 7 to 10 folks we evacuated from the park.
And you mentioned that you were expecting this creek to rise quickly with the weather that was moving into the area. When was the last time that you saw this? I mean, we've been in such a soggy pattern. Are these people being impacted time and time again here?
It seems as though each year, if we have significant amounts of rain, we do have some flooding in that area. Today, it seemed to be worse than we've seen in the past, but it is, however, something that we anticipate and train for. And unfortunately, which is unusual in our business, are prepared for it in that specific area.
Yeah, we're looking at the radar right now. Still thunderstorms in the area, and we noticed that you're not too far from Birmingham. Is there anything you want us to tell the people that may be listening to us right now?
Sure. We just want people to know water is dangerous, and the saying is turn around, don't drown. Don't drive in flood water. You never know how deep it is, and once a vehicle gets swept, it could result in catastrophe. And also, don't wade in the water. It's full of debris. It can be very dangerous, and it could result in drowning. So water is very dangerous, and just stay out of it.
Is there anything in particular that really concerns you about this setup for the rest of either the day today or the next couple of days, since it's such a slow-moving pattern?
Well, as always, we are on ready for events like this when we know ahead of time, which is fortunate, in our business. We're able to prepare a little bit more, so we have the resource and we have the manpower here ready to go. So we're ready for the worst if it happens again.
And any other areas in your zone that typically flood or that you're more particularly concerned about since it's still so rainy out there?
That tends to be the most specific area that we focus on. However, there are other areas that could be impacted by flash flooding. But as far as repeat flooding areas that we know are prone to it, this is the main area in our jurisdiction that we worry about.
Well, the people that were displaced, do you think they'll be able to return home before the evening is over? Or, with this rainy pattern, more rain could come in. How quickly does the water in the area recede?
Well, fortunately, the water receded fairly quickly after we arrived. What we do is we mark the water line as soon as we arrive there. Mm-hmm. That way we're able to keep an eye on it, and we're able to tell, most importantly, if it's rising, but we're also able to tell that it was receding, and it was receding fairly quickly after we arrived. So, but, with more rain on the way, that could change, and it's something we're going to keep a close eye on.
All right, Battalion Chief Jason Norris, the Northport, Alabama Fire Department, thanks so much for taking your time to speak with us today. And thanks so much for your service out there helping those residents get out of that flooding.
Yeah, good luck to you, too. Of course, we are keeping a close eye on the radar as well with those thunderstorms over central Alabama, but thunderstorms all over the southeast as well.
We've been watching the Texas and Louisiana coast carefully. A lot of rain here, flood warnings starting to pop up, but we've also seen a whole lot of lightning across the area. That is something that we've been watching very carefully across the region. It's something that we're keeping an eye on across the Gulf Coast states. Check this out. Around Lake Charles, you've seen some big rain, lots of lightning as well, and hail has been featured as well, up to about 1 inch in diameter.
Fish on! Come on, get together.
Neighbors always making weird inventions out of junk in their garage? The Weather Channel just gave them their own TV show.
It's gonna be awesome!
Sunday nights.
Come on, wind! I think I just made Mother Nature my bitch.
One man's trash.
This is perfect!
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
This is incredible! Failure's not an option.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We got a problem, Houston!
Brainstormers, Sunday nights at 9, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Boston Market. New slow braised pulled pork. So tender, it falls apart. Topped with zesty barbecue or garlic citrus sauce. A bold new taste from the slow roasting experts at Boston Market.
6 smoky hours, 1 tasty dish. Slow braised pulled pork, now at Boston Market.
Lowe's presents how to install a new washing machine with one finger.
Maybe a little more that way.
Nice.
Now get 10% off major appliances, $396 and more at Lowe's.
Shop Lowe's for all your spring gardening needs. Plants, tools, and the knowledgeable people who can help you spring into spring.
Mario had a job to do, but his tool selection wouldn't do. Luckily, the nearby AutoZone and a freeloaner torque wrench did the trick and left Mario feeling 10 feet tall.
It's called The Zone, and we'll help get you there.
Look like this, feel like this. Look like this, feel like this. With DreamWalk insoles, turn shoes that can be a pain into comfortable ones. Their soft cushioning support means you can look like this and feel like this. DreamWalk.
You don't know your credit
I don't know
score?
my credit score.
That's really important. I mean,
I don't know my
Don't
credit
you want to
score.
buy a house, like, ever? You should probably check out Credit Karma. It's free.
Credit Karma. Free.
Credit Karma. Really free credit scores.
I use catheters, and if you do too, I urge you to call the number on the screen right now. Medical Direct Club has a new catheter that can change your life. My Medical Direct Club advisor really listened to my needs and recommended a revolutionary new catheter that is much less painful for me.
These new disposable catheters may hurt less. It's an incredible new design that may reduce pain and glide smoothly and effortlessly across your sensitive skin. Call now and get a free sample. Medicare and your insurance will pay for up to 200 of these catheters per month, all at little or no cost to you. We'll handle the paperwork with your doctor, and we'll ship these catheters discreetly to your door for free when you call and join.
Membership is free. Call now and get your free sample to try. End painful cathing today.
Call now at 800-635-8412. That's 800-635-8412.
Habitat for Humanity of Palm Beach County is a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing people together to build safe, decent, affordable housing to serve low-income and hardworking families in our community. You can help Habitat's mission through home sponsorship, monetary donations, volunteering, or by donating sellable household items and building supplies to our restores. You can learn more at habitatpbc.org.
The FDA issued a public notice to doctors and patients concerning serious injuries caused by transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, and bladder sling. Please call now if you had one of these devices implanted in the last 5 years. You may be entitled to a cash award. If you had a transvaginal mesh, bladder mesh, pelvic sling, or bladder sling in the last 5 years,
please call 1-855-305-2053 now.
Sundays. One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers. Sundays at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
All right, you're watching the Weather Channel. Thank you so much for joining us because we've just gotten a new tornado watch issued by the Storm Prediction Center.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in just a second, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in progress right now.
Yeah.
So this is an effective in central Texas, about, say, 70 miles northwest of Austin here. This is Hamilton, Lampasas, and Mills counties in Texas until 2:45 p.m. Central Time. This particular storm is being warned for the possibility of quarter-size hail and winds up to 60 miles per hour moving toward the northeast at about 25 miles per hour. This is in an area of central Texas that is going to, I think, continue to see the development of thunderstorms this afternoon, Viv. The sun is out, the atmosphere is heating up, and you can see thunderstorms are popping. And this one right here, this is the severe thunderstorm that we were just talking about.
Yes.
But there'll be others that show up in the next couple of hours.
Okay, and we are watching this area because there's a potential for tornadoes in the area as well. We've been watching that upper level low that is ironically creating some snow, but it's a lot of cold air aloft, and that's what's conducive for thunderstorm development that could create severe weather as well.
Exactly right. That's where the heart of the upper level low is, right out there across the four corners.
Yeah.
And there's a cold pocket aloft there, but around that, some pretty strong winds aloft are now working their way across the high plains of the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, far western Kansas, and also southern Texas. So this whole area that is shaded where the winds aloft are a little bit stronger means likely the wind shear is also a little bit stronger. So that'll help support the development of thunderstorms in an air mass that we know is warming up and getting more and more humid. So the instability is also going up across this region with 60s and 70s widespread.
I mean, temperatures not just in the 70s, but mid-70s, so very warm air. And again, the cold air here, and even the clash of the air masses at the surface could create enough instability, but really increasing a lot.
You're exactly exactly right, Viv. This is the area in central Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and parts of West Texas. The atmosphere is getting more and more unstable. With the sun out, with some of those stronger winds aloft and some cooling aloft coming in. These thunderstorms right here are not severe yet, but they might be as they begin to tap some of that air that is getting more and more unstable. So with all that in mind, the Storm Prediction Center has gone ahead and issued a tornado watch out for parts of the Texas Panhandle and parts of the Oklahoma Panhandle as well until 10 o'clock tonight. That's pretty late.
Okay, I know. That means at least another 8 hours or so in terms of the severe weather. So you got to keep an eye to the sky, keep it tuned to the Weather Channel. Of course, we'll be here, of course, every hour watching the radar.
Right, and it's not just there either. We have a much broader area of severe weather to talk about that we think areas that are at risk for later on seeing some severe weather, including Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Waco, and many other places across the southern plains. So there's a pretty broad area that will be, I think, at risk to see thunderstorms. Some of those could be severe, and some of those could produce a tornado, as again, particularly outlined by the Storm Prediction Center in the Panhandle of Texas.
All right.
So beginning at 4:30 this afternoon, Viv, we got some thunderstorms according to the forecast. This is a forecast of what the thunderstorm distribution will be like this afternoon. You can see that we've got some storms out in the Panhandle of Texas and in Kansas as well.
All right, already starting to develop, and then as we progress deeper into the afternoon, again, things will become even more unstable. So that's why we want you to know that you are kind of in the prime area for these storms that could turn severe. So again, just depend on us because, we have all the tools to let you know, and we'll be the first to let you know if a warning is issued for your area.
That's right. Carl Parker and Dr. Greg Forbes will be on later on this afternoon to keep you updated on all the latest. But it's not just up here, too. As I mentioned earlier, the stuff that's ongoing now, the big storms in central Texas, will continue to be big, I think, as we go through the afternoon and the hours. Could be some severe weather with that, as well with the primary hazards being high winds and hail. Cannot rule out the possibility of a tornado. So not just here, but also here. Going through the late afternoon and evening hours, guys. So,
and that second here includes you in the Big D.
In the Big D and just south. There could be what's called an MCS, a cluster of big storms moving through the area overnight tonight.
Okay, severe storm complex. Thanks very much, Dr. Postel. Okay, we'll keep you updated. Continue to rely on us.
Currently in our area, 84 degrees under cloudy skies. This afternoon, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 85. Chance of rain 50%. Tonight, skies clearing overnight. Chance of a shower or thunderstorm through the evening. Low 73. Friday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Chance of rain 90%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This weather is horrible.
Heavy rain, hail, lightning, and thunder. It is certainly a wet and stormy day across several states, and it will get even worse tonight and tomorrow. All part of one storm system with 2 seasons of weather.
That's right, Alex. We've had snow in the mountains for a couple of days. Here's a live look at Denver. We got a mix of light snow and drizzle here. The snow kind of got in the way of morning commute, but the heaviest snow has been in the foothills in the mountains west of town. Thanks, friends, for joining us on Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz. Alexandra Steele joins me. She's in for Alex Wilson today.
Well, today we have a tale of 2 different seasons, right? We're starting off with a threat of dangerous storms in several states, like we just heard last hour. More than 30 million people will certainly need to be on high alert today and tomorrow.
And we have a brand new tornado watch in effect. This goes till 10 o'clock. This is the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Tornado watch until 10 o'clock tonight, Central Time.
All right, and also a wet and stormy mess from Kansas to Texas. Scattered storms, heavy rain, lightning, hail about an inch in diameter we've seen thus far already just within the last few hours.
So we're going to get right to the lab to get a detailed look at this threat. Storm specialist Carl Parker is live in the lab. Carl?
Hey, Dave. So the big change between yesterday and today is that it's a lot warmer and more humid across the central part of Texas and up and into Oklahoma. So for that reason, the atmosphere is more unstable and more likely to produce severe storms. Let's begin with a look at the temperatures that are well up here as compared to yesterday into the 70s, even upper 70s near Lubbock. So there's plenty of warmth and humidity. The dew points, as you notice there, into the 50s and even into the 60s in central Oklahoma and North Texas. And there's the current setup. So the cold front has come down there into the panhandle of Oklahoma, and then you've got this dry line that separates the drier air coming out of New Mexico from the warm and humid air from the Gulf of Mexico across a lot of the state of Texas, and that's where storms are really beginning to blow up, right along the intersection of those boundaries there. And let's take a look.